Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه. إخواني في الله، نحن في الصفحة 28 بعد 100. 28 بعد 100. Let's read. It says, أيها الطالب. This is where we left off yesterday. أيها الطالب، قد درست أن الخبر يخبر عن المبتدأ ويتم معناه. What does that mean? قد درست أن الخبر يخبر عن المبتدأ ويتم معناه. Right, informs about it. It gives the information about the mubtada. ويتم معناه, it completes the meaning. وأنه على ثلاثة أقسام. And you studied also that it's on 3 categories. What's these 3 categories of the khabar? مفرد, جملة, والشبه الجملة. والجملة على قسمين. Jumla has 2 categories. The 2 categories of the Jumla. Jumla fi'liya or Jumla al-ismiya. What's the 2 categories of Shibh al-Jumla? Jar wa jar al-majrur. So it makes it 5 categories. What does that mean? It means that if there's a sentence that starts with a noun, Muhammadan, al-bayt, al-rijal. Allah says, al-rijal قوامون. مبتدا وخبر. لابد من مطابق. رجال is plural. قوامون is plural. Yeah, it has 5 options that come after this. It could either be a mufrad that comes after it, or it could be a sentence that's either a fi'liya or al-ismiya, or it could be jar al-majrur or dharf. So your eyes have to be open for that. That's what you're looking for. This is what you're looking for when you see a sentence that starts with what? With a noun. And the noun is called a mubtada. It's just a noun. It's called a mubtada. Has 5 options that khabar can be. Is this the case? If the sentence starts with a verb, if the sentence says with dhahaba, can it be 5 different things? No, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different thing you're looking at. Because the verb means a fa'il, right? And some verbs it needs a maf'ul and be. That's simpler. But you have to be open to that. Imagine you're reading sentences and you have no idea that a verb is lazim muta'addi. You think you're going to understand the sentence? You're not aware. Some verbs are lazim muta'addi. You're going to find problems. You're not aware that there's a sign, there's a symbol for a file that has a dhamma, that has a wow, and that the maf'ul and be is mansub. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for you, right? No. Everybody's going to read a sentence and explain and translate it and explain what category. I don't want you to say the number. Don't tell me the number. Tell me the name of the khabar, what kind of khabar it is. Okay? And they got the sabbat. They got the microphone.
قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم الدين النصيحة. نصيحة مفرد.
What's the meaning of it? Ad-din an-nasiha.
The religion is advice.
Right, and this is an example where the mubtada and the khabar both of them are ma'rifah, which is rare. Usually the khabar is nakira. Okay. What kind of khabar is this? Mufrad. Now, when you all say sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the sallah has mushaddada, and lafz jalala after it is mushaddada. Sallallahu. It's not sallallahu. Sallah it comes from as-salah. Sallah Allahu alayhi wa sallam. That's shadda also. Make that extremely clear when you say that. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. As opposed, if you put the jar al-majrur first, you say alayhi, as-salatu was-salam. There's no shadda ala. Alayhi as-salatu was-salam. No, you changed it around. The other one is a verb. Salla. Allah yusalli alayhi. Wallah yusallim alayhi. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam alayhi aidan. You with me, Dawood? No. So one is a way of saying it by the verb. Salla wa salla. The Allah, lafz jalal is the fa'il. Sallallahu alayhi upon the Prophet. Wa also sallama. It's a verb. Salla and sallam. Right. The masdar from it is salah wa salam. So that when you put the majroof, jar al-majroof first, alayhi, yani upon the Prophet, alayhi as-salatu was-salamu. But don't, when you mix it up, leave off the shadda and say sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallallahu. No, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We got that. Brothers and sisters online. You want to say that correctly. Naam. And the devil.
قال تعالى الله خالق كل شيء.
Naam. What does that mean?
Allah said that Allah created everything.
Right. So what kind of
خبر ظرف كل جملة اسمي.
what kind of khabar is this? What kind of khabar is this? Actually, the teacher made a mistake. Don't be. Right, it's a jumla. Khaliqu kulli shay. Khaliq is mudaf. Wa kulli. Why does it have kulli? Why is it a kasra? It's mufrad there. Khaliqu kulli shay. No. Khaliqu kulli shay. No. The creator of everything. Khaliqu kulli shay. The creator of everything. Allahu khaliqu kulli shay. No. The creator of everything. So the whole khabar is khaliqu kulli shay. Or it could be khaliq. It's mudaf ilayh. But it's closer that this is mufrad. It's khaliqu. That's why it has a dhamma. That's why it has a dhamma. It's mufrad. Khaliqu. But it's not khaliqun where it's nakira. It's mudaf. And mudaf can't get a tanween. Khaliqu kulli shay. Khaliq is the khabar. وهو مضاف. That's what we say. Khaliq is the khabar and it's mudaf. If Khaliq is the khabar, it's mufrad. It's mufrad. For it to be dharf, it has to have dharf makan or zaman. So Allah, lafz jalal is the mubtada. What do we say about Khaliq? What's Khaliq? That's the khabar. Khaliq is the khabar. Is what? Mufrad. But it's mudaf. And kulli is mudaf ilayh. Okay. Tayyib, if this is a dharf, it has nothing to do with time or space. It's not dharf makan if you say Allah created everything. It has nothing to do with that this action took place anywhere. It had nothing to do with that it's an action that took place somewhere. Allah created everything. It had nothing to do with dharf makan or zaman. We understand that. This sentence has nothing to do with an action happened inside a place or a time. It's not dharf. Okay. So what's the khabar? Khaliqu. That's the, but it's mudaf. That's why it doesn't have a tanween. So me making that red is a mistake on my part. Making that red. I shouldn't even be giving y'all the answers here. I shouldn't make nothing red. I'm trying to make everything black. Make everything black. But I don't want to make it difficult. I want to make it easy. I want y'all to see. I'm going to bring enough examples so you just say, I got it. That's what this thing is about. This thing is about giving enough examples so the student can, what is the purpose of like making them struggle instead of just spoon feeding him? Spoon feed him. Just give it to him. What's the point? Because he's going to struggle on his own when he goes out there. You're going to do it on your own. I just want to give you ample examples, enough examples, so you can say, I got it, understand. I want you to struggle in class and struggle outside of class. And Dick Mu'adh, number 3.
قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم خير الناس قرني. I put
What does it mean first?
the best of people is my ummah.
Is mine?
Ummah.
Ummah.
Yeah, that's the definition I got.
But Ummah is Arabic. How you going to translate it with an Arabic word?
Oh,
Right, Ummah is
my
Arabic.
nation.
No, Qarn is not nation. Like Ummah is us. We're still from the Ummah of Muhammad. All right, but what does Qarn mean? My generation. All right, my generation. Meaning the Sahaba. All right, meaning the Sahaba. Look how Nas has a kasra. So that's mudaf ilayh. That can't be the khabar. Khayrun nasi. The khabar has a dam, is a marfu'. So what kind of khabar is this? Hold on, let's look. Is it jar wal majroor? Is there a half jar there? No. Is it dharf? Are we talking about a time or a place? Is this a sentence? Is qarni? Is that a sentence? Is it a sentence that starts with a verb? Is qarni? Is that a complete sentence that starts with a noun? Say, Ya Abdul Sabbar, qarni. Is that a sentence? So we're left with one option. What is it? Mufrad. Mufrad. First 3 examples, mufrad. Mufrad, process of elimination. Na'am. Take the next one, Mu'adh. Yeah.
قال النبينا قال النبي
قال تعالى. Number 4.
I'm reading wrong one, my bad. قال تعالى الشيطان يعيدكم الفقر.
Again.
الشيطان يعيدكم
No, you can't stop. Just say ya'idukum and stop there. Don't say ya'idukumul. Ya'idukum.
يعيدكم الفقر.
What does that mean?
The shaitan is that he takes your
Ya'id. What's the maldi for this word? What's the maldi for ya'id? What's the maldi for ya'id? Wa'ada. What does wa'ada mean? The promise. So you promise somebody something good, it's a promise. And you promise somebody something bad, it's a threat. So wa'ada has that birth meaning. It can mean a promise or a threat. Like, I promise you I'm gonna come get you. Like, yo, he threatened you. I promise you. So a promise from Allah. Well, the rest of the ayat says, Allah, ash-shaytan ya'idukum al-faqr wa ya'murukum bil-fahsha wallahu ya'idukum maghfiratan, and Allah promised you forgiveness. In the same ayat, wallahu ya'idukum. It's the same ya'idukum. Shaitan threatens you with poverty and commands you with fawahish. And Allah promises you forgiveness. So who are you going to obey? So this means Shaitan threatens you with poverty. That's the reason why people do sins. And Shaitan threatens them with poverty. What kind of khabar is this? So the verb is wa'ada. Wa'ada means to promise. There's another verb called awa'ada. What does awa'ada mean? It means the threat. But wa'ada is general. Wa'ada is general. If it's in good, it's a promise. If it's in bad, it's in what? It's a threat. Na'am. Wa'adullah, the promise of Allah. La yukhlifullahu wa'da. Allah doesn't break his promise. Okay. Type awa'ada is the threat. To threaten. Awa'adani, he threatened me. Wa'id, a wa'd is a promise. Wa'id is a threat. Wa'adun is a promise. Wa'id is a threat. So to break your promise is bad. Na'am. but the break your threat is good. Breaking your threat is mercy. No. Breaking your threat is mercy from your part. No. So Allah threatens people with the hellfire and he forgives them. He forgives. No. So breaking your promise is bad, but breaking your threat, this is good. So but sometimes people make a swear, wallahi, I'm going to do something. And then they fulfill it. I swore by Allah. No, you break that, you know. Break your threat. Ty, what kind of khabar is this? Jumla fi'liya. Bottom line. Jumla fi'liya. عندك يا داود. جملة فعلية. طيب, number 6. No, wait, number 5.
قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه.
What does that mean?
The best of you are those who teach the Quran and who learn the Quran and teach it.
It's the best of it. No. خيركم is مضاف مضاف إليه, is the مبتدأ. خيركم. Where's the khabar? What kind of khabar is this? جملة اسمية. نعم. جملة اسمية. من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. The whole thing is the khabar. عندك عبد الصبور.
قال تعالى الرحمن علم القرآن.
الرحمن علم القرآن. طيب, what does that mean?
Ar-Rahman, he taught the Quran.
He taught the Quran. Allah taught the Quran. So what kind of khabar is that?
Jumla fi'liya.
Jumla fi'liya. Jumla fi'liya. Continue, Abdul Sabur.
قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يمين الله ملأ السحاء.
Again.
قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يمين الله ملأ السحاء.
طيب, both of these are elongations. Mal'a, Saha. Why is it Mal'a is not Mal'an? Why is it Mal'a and not Mal'an? That's what the Mal'a means, like it's Mal'an. The hand of Allah is Mal'an. So why is it Mal'a? What does Yameen Allah mean?
The right hand of Allah.
So when we refer to the body parts, if it's 2, you make it mu'annaf. Make it mu'annaf. Are y'all with me? The things that you have 2 feet, you know, you have 2 hands. Tarfa yada. No, that's tarfa yada. That's not a good example. But the things that you have 2 of, they're referred to as feminine. So the right hand of Allah is full. So what do you say? You say Ahmed Jaw'an was Zainab. Ahmed Jaw'an was Zainab. Jaw'ah. Yeah, you say Jaw'ah. No, that's what this is. Mal'an, Mal'a. No, there's no Mal'ana. No. Are we talking about something that is attributed feminine? Yeah, the hand. Anything that you have 2 of is considered feminine when you speak of it. Are you with us online? But this doesn't mean Yameen Allah Mal'a.
The right hand of Allah is full.
It's full. Full of what? Full of risk. It's a provider. It's full of risk. Sahha. What does Sahha mean? Right. The verb is Sahha, means sabba. Meaning sabba, meaning it's constantly flowing. Sabba means to flow. Sahha means sabba, means hand is constantly flowing. Constantly. It never depletes. It's always full, and the risk is always falling out of his hand, come down to the heavens and earth. And it's never depletes. It's always full. The rest of the hadith says, La yaghidhuhu nafaqatun. Nafaqa, spending, la yaghidhuhu, it doesn't decrease it. That's the rest of the hadith. La yaghidhuhu, it doesn't decrease. Spending doesn't decrease what's in the hands of Allah. Yameenullah, some narration says, Yameenur Rahman. The right hand of Allah is full and always pouring. The right hand is pouring. And what kind of khabar is this?
Mufrad.
Very good. Khabar mufrad. Khabar mufrad. So listen up to this. I'm going to show you something that you all are familiar with. So sometimes the khabar doesn't need what? Wow. Muhammadun kabir, Muhammadun hafidun wa muallimun. You don't need wow. Muhammadun hafidun muammilun jamilun tayyibun. You go one by one without saying wow. Now you say Muhammadun tayyibun jalilun. Tayyibun is the khabar. Jalilun, khabar. It's another khabar. Na'am. So look at this surah you all are familiar with. It says, Inna batasha rabbika la shadid. Really, the batash of your Lord, shadid. Surah Buruj. The grip of your Lord is shadid. Innahu, Allah is yubdi'u wa yu'id. He's the one who starts and he ends. Wa huwa, it says, wa huwa al-Ghafur, al-Wadud, dhul arsh al-Majid, fa'alun lima yurid. There's no wow. One after another. Wa huwa al-Ghafur, al-Wadud, Dhul Arsh, Al-Majid, Fa'al. No. So this one has two khabars. The first khabar is Mal'a, it's Mufrad. The second one is Sahha, it's two khabars. Like if I said, Zaydun Tayyibun, Jamilun, Kareemun. I could say Zaydun Tayyibun, wa Jamilun, wa Kareemun. You could put a wow there, or you could leave it out. So this one shows that there's no wow separating between the two khabars. Like is in that surah there in Surah Al-Buruj. Y'all with me? So the hand of Allah is full and always pouring of us. And yeah, Dawood.
قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم الخالة بمنزلة الأم.
بمنزلة الأم. What does that mean? The who? The aunt on the mother's side has a position. Manzila is a position. She has a position or the status or the rank. Nazala come down. Manzila is like your level on the scale. He has the rank of the mother. She's in the position of the mother. It's a mudaf. Bi manzilatil ulm. What kind of khabar is this? Al-jar al-majroor. Don't overlook that ba. That ba is jar, and manzala is majroor and afwan. That ba is al-jar, one manzala is majroor, one manzala is mudaf, wa is mudaf ilay. Okay? Everything is clear? Okay. So our thing is not necessarily understanding the words. That's one thing. You just look up the word, but you want to understand, where does the khabar start? Where does it end? Let's continue. Let's go on to the next page. قال حفظه الله تعالى اجتهد أيها الطالب. What does that mean? اجتهد أيها الطالب. Work hard. اجتهد. And has a sukoon. What does that sukoon mean? It's fi'l amr. اجتهد أيها الطالب. وفقك الله. What does that mean? Allah give you tawfiq and success. Where does tawfiq come from? It comes from wafaqa. What does wafaqa mean? To agree. I mean, this is me, and this is my goal. May Allah make us like wafaqa. Allah wafaqa. Allah made it agree. That's my goal. This is me. I hope I could get it. Who's going to help me get there? Only Allah. Allah wafaqa. Makes you agree with you. You have a goal, you have a niyyah. Allah ma wafaqani. I couldn't get it. But tawfiq is only in that which is good. You say, I got tawfiq and I stole the money. That's not tawfiq. But tawfiq is only in good. Right. Waffaqak Allah. May Allah give you tawfiq, success, may He help you accomplish your goals. فإني أرجو من الله أنك تجيد اللغة العربية. It should be تجيد. تجيد. Okay. What does that mean? أرجو من الله. أرجو من Allah. I hope from Allah that you do well. I have my hope. I put hope in Allah. I hope from Allah that you do well. In اللغة العربية. واعلم أن بين يديك الأفعال التي تدخل على المبتدأ وخبر. What does بين يديك mean? In front of you. How does this mean in front of you? بين يديك. How does it mean in front of you? It means it's not on the side of you. It's not on the right side. On your right side means on my right side of my hand. It's called right side. It's not on my right side. It's not on my left side. But it's between both of my hands, means directly in front of me. It doesn't mean directly between my two hands where I can touch it. No. It means it's not on my right side over there. An yaminik, no. It's not an shimalik. It's bayni yadayk. It's right directly in front of you. Na'am. Bayni yadayya. Na'am. Before you. So look at this. Yeah, we read this, but sometimes we just overlook it. Okay. So we want to get used to these terms. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Alif Lam Mim, Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum. It's the beginning of Surah Ali Imran. Nazzala alayka al-kitab. Nazzala alayka al-kitab. He said down to you the book. بالحق نشوف مصدقا is confirming لما بين يديه is confirming that which came before it بين يديه. Now that is right in front of it. It came before it. The Quran مصدقا is confirming لما بين يديه. Does the Quran have two hands? No, but that's what the statement means. I mean, that which came before it. So this is right before us. Now, right ahead, meaning right ahead of us. وَاعْلَمْ أَنَّ بَيْنِ يَدَيْكَ الْأَفْعَالَ الَّتِي تَدْخُلُ عَلَى الْمُبْتَدِئِ وَالْخَبَرِ. What does that mean? Ahead of you is the verbs that enter on the mubtada wa khabar. Verbs that enter upon what? Al-Jumla Ismiya. Verbs that enter upon a complete sentence. It was a complete sentence before these things entered on it. So these words are going to enter on it in order to enhance the meaning of this thing that's already a verb. If I said Muhammadun Musafirun, what does that mean? Muhammad's traveling right now. I want to say he's not traveling. I want to say he didn't travel. I want to say he's still traveling. I want to say he just started traveling. I want to add something to Muhammad's traveling. That's the point. And you all are familiar with this, but you didn't know that this actually comes on al-jumla al-ismi. It comes on a complete sentence. So you have to learn this first before you enhance, before you expand. Let's go further. Bismillah. In English, between your hands means in your grasp. Right. Can't that convey? No. In your grasp? No. This means ahead of you. This means in ahead of you. الدرس التاسع عشر. الدرس التاسع عشر. Number 9. Lesson number 19. Kana wa akhawatuha. This is what you call those verbs. These verbs are called kana. Kana is a verb. Wa akhawatuha, meaning the verbs that are like it. Bima'na wa ashbahuha, the things that are similar to it. Na'am. So if a person has sisters, they all come from the same family, they're all similar. It's called kana wa akhawatuha, meaning nadha'iruha, the things that are similar to it in action. Na'am. You with us? You ever heard this term before? Kana wa akhawatuha? Right, but now it was a foreign term, but now we want to understand it for what it is. These are verbs that enter on a complete sentence that was alive, living, made sense before kana wa akhawata came. It was a complete sentence. And kana wa akhawata came and added to it. قال حفظه الله تعالى يا صاحب اللغة العربية. What does that mean? Right, the one who's studying. اعلم أن في هذه اللغة المباركة أفعال لا تحتاج إلى فاعل ولا مفعول. What does that mean? اعلم أن في هذه اللغة المباركة أفعال لا تحتاج إلى فاعل ولا مفعول. There are verbs. That's the first thing we want to understand. So when you study nah, they call it kana wa akhawata af'al naqisa. It's a deficient verb. Doesn't need a fa'il. It's a different kind of verb. It's deficient. Doesn't need a fa'il. That's the first thing. Now listen. All we have to do jumla fi'liya. Where's the fa'il? Where's the fa'il? Maf'ul bihi. If it has kana wa akhawat, you have to remember all these. I'm just giving you some. You have to memorize all these verbs. These verbs, bing. We don't need a fa'il and maf'ul bihi. It's a different category here now. All right, that's what you want. And it's the first thing. These are called af'al naqisa. Naqisa means it doesn't do the work of a regular verb. It's deficient, different. These verbs don't need a fa'il or maf'ul. Why? Because they're entering upon the mubtada wa khabar. You with me? It's entering upon jumla ismiya. Okay. How we doing online? Things good. طيب. اعلم أن في هذه اللغة المباركة, know that in this blessed language, أفعال, there are verbs لا تحتاج إلى فاعل ولا مفعول. It doesn't need a fa'il, doesn't mean مفعول. إنما هذه الأفعال تدخل على الجملة الاسمية المبتدأ وخبر. Verily, these verbs, they enter upon الجملة الاسمية, which is the مبتدأ وخبر. They enter upon it. فتؤثر في أصل المعنى بحسب الفعل. It affects. أثر means to affect, to change the original meaning according to the verb. It changes the original meaning and affects the original meaning according to whatever the verb means. Na'am. Tusamma, you call these verbs kana wa akhawatuha. What is kana wa akhawatuha? Verbs, they don't need a fa'il, maf'ul bi, they enter upon jumla ismiya. Jumla ismiya. قال منها, this is some of it, كان أصبح أمسى صار ليس ظل ما زال. Instead of explaining what each one means, we're going to explain it when they come in Iqra' wafham. Okay? I think that's better because it's just going to be a blanket meaning but no sentence. I don't want to do it like that. Okay? طيب. اقرأ وافهم. محمد مريض. What does that mean? محمد مريض. What does that mean? Muhammad is sick, not became. Muhammad مريض, that's different. No. Muhammad مريض, he is sick. Look at the second one. كان محمد مريضا. What does that mean? Muhammad was sick. It changed the meaning. It changed the meaning. And look what it did. It changed the i'rab. It changed maridun to maridan. So kana, it keeps the mubtada marfu'an, but it changes the khabar. It makes it mansuban. Na'am. Kana wa akhwata, it changes the i'rab. كان محمد مريضا. Muhammad was sick. أصبح محمد مريضا. What does that mean? He became sick. He became sick. كان محمد مريضا. He was sick. أصبح محمد مريضا. He became sick. There's another meaning that it could mean. He entered the morning sick. أصبح like كيف أصبحت? How did you wake up? How did you come to this morning? And how was your morning? كيف أصبحت? أصبحت مريضا. This morning when I got up, I was sick. When I got up, I was sick. أصبحت في الماضي. أصبحت مريضا. I became sick or I entered the morning sick. أصبح comes from صباح. The verb, it means to become something or to enter the morning in that situation. How are we doing online? أصبح محمد مريضا. أمسى محمد مريضا. What does that mean? أمسى محمد مريضا. Not yesterday. At night, after Asr. You entered the night مريض. أمسى مريضا. نعم. Like we say, أين محمد? أمسى مريضا. Yani like after work, and when he got off work, أمسى. Yani after Asr, he became sick. أمسى مريضا. أصبح is the opposite of أمسى. أصبح is the opposite of أمسى. Both of them indicate that he became sick. But أمسى is that it's at night. أمسى. When he spent the night sick. This means he spent the night sick. He became sick at night. أمسى مريضا. أمسى now, it indicates night. Not just become. Asba is general. Nah. صار محمد مريضا. What does صار mean? To become. But what's the difference between أصبح مريض and become sick? Well, صار مريض and become sick. صار is over a period of time. Nah. I said صار الطالب شيخا. Like over a period. What does that mean? صار الطالب شيخا. It became sick. When we say صار, it means after. It's not just that he became, but you're saying it was a period of time. So you say صار محمد مريضا, like I was telling him to wear his coat. He was riding that bike. He wasn't wearing the coat. The wind was hitting him. صار مريضا. And after the whole spring or during the whole winter or during the صار مريضا, he became sick. What's the difference between asbaha? Asbaha is a short span of time. Became sick. He eventually ended up sick. So it's like he became in it after a while. How we doing online? How we doing online? ليس محمد مريضا. What does that mean? It's not sick. It's negation. This is beautiful. Now you can talk. They say Muhammad Marid Mush La Muhammad Marid. I'm like, what are you gonna say if you don't know this? How are you gonna say that? You gotta start using your hands. What are you gonna do? Laysa Muhammadun Maridan. Muhammad is not sick. He is not sick. And this verb here, laysa, is one of the verbs that what? There's no mudari and there is no amr. It's only a madi. It's only a madi. And it يتصرف. أنا لست أنت لست أنت لستي هو ليس هي ليست نحن لسنا هم ليسوا سواء. what Allah says in the Quran. Laysu sawa, and they are not the same. Min ahl al-kitab, from amongst the people of the book, those that do this and then they're not all the same. Y'all are with me? So laysa is only in the Madi, but it means present. He is not sick right now. Madi, tasarrufatu, the way that it conjugates, but its meaning is now. So what does Kana Muhammad Maridan mean? Kana Muhammadan Maridan. One second. Ma Kana Maridan. Ma Kana Muhammadan Maridan. Wasn't sick. Laysa, he's not sick. That's now. All right? Laysa Muhammadan Maridan, he's not sick. Ma Kana Muhammadan Maridan. Muhammad wasn't sick. No. Right, but that gets added to it. This is a whole verb by itself. This is a whole verb. So we understand that. Dhalla Muhammadun Maridan. You need these words. Now you can speak. What does this mean? Dhalla Muhammadun Maridan. He's still sick. How's Muhammad? Dhalla Maridan. He's still sick. You can speak now. Go ahead. Go ahead. You'll go home. You'll go home. Now you can say everything you wanted to say. You have Kana, Asbaha, Amsa, Sora, Laysa, Dhalla. That's like you got all the time. Everything you get. I can make sense now. I can communicate. All right. This is like wham, you know? Dhalla Muhammadun Maridan. He's still sick. What's the next one? Ma zala Muhammadun Maridan. He's still sick. Ma zala. Zala means to finish. Ma zala, it didn't finish. Zala means to end. Ma zala, it didn't stop. Muhammad did not cease to be sick. That's what it means. Muhammad did not cease to be sick. He's still sick. Ma zala Muhammadun Maridan. Dhalla Muhammadun Maridan. But I can dhalla means during the day. He spent the day marid. Dhalla, it comes from dhil. And dhil is when the sun is up. Dhil is shade. So like asbah, he entered the morning like this. Amsa, he entered the night like this. Dhalla, he spent the day of the shadow like that. You with me, Ya Dawood? Dhalla means he spent the day like that. He's still sick. Dhalla maridan. He spent the day sick. Spent the day sick. Dhalla Muhammad. Dhalla. It has to do with the daytime because it comes from dhil. Is there dhil at night? Is there shade at night? No. Shade is, dhalla, I mean, he spent the whole day sick. He spent the day like that. Dhalla Muhammadun Maridan. It's very articulate. I'm going to say, like, he spent the whole day sick. In one word, you say he spent the whole day sick. He woke up sick. It's very, in one word. Let's continue. Al-amilu mashghul, and have a mubtada wa khabar is a complete sentence, right? Al-amilu mashghulan. Kan al-amilu mashghulan. What does that mean? First one, what does the first one mean? Al-amilu mashghulan. The worker is busy. Al-amil mashghulun. The worker is busy. Kan al-amilu mashghulan. The worker was busy. Like he couldn't answer you. He was busy at that time. He was busy. Al-amilani mashghulani. What does that mean? The two workers are busy. Asbah al-amilani mashghulaini. Listen what it does to the khabar. It changed it to mansuba. First it was mashghulani, but now it comes mashghulaini. It makes the khabar is what? Marfu'an. Na'am. But now when kana wa akhawata comes on it, it makes it mansub, first marfu'. What does this mean? What does this mean? أصبح العاملان مشغولين. Those two workers became busy. العاملون مشغولون. The workers are busy. We started off with mufrad, then we did muthanna, now we're al-jam', right? العاملون مشغولون. ما زال العاملون مشغولين. ما زال العاملون مشغولين. This is don't cease to be. No, they don't cease to be. No, they don't cease to be busy. They're still busy. صار العاملان مشغولين. They became busy. They became busy. يا فاطمة هل زلت مشغولة؟ Are you still busy? So look at this here. ما زال is not, you say هل زال. You don't have to say هل ما زال. You could take off the ma. هل زلت هل زال محمد مريضا. Is he still sick? You don't say هل ما زال محمد. You don't need the ma. هل زال محمد مريضا. Is Muhammad still sick? No. كيف محمد؟ هل ما زال مريضا؟ يا فاطمة هل زلت مشغولة? Are you still busy? Yeah, okay, this is a major step in language. I remember when I learned this. Boy, oh boy, man. It's just like a treasure chest, man. There's another sentence. مبتدأ وخبر. البنات مشغولات. البنات مشغولات بالدراسة. What does that mean? The girls are busy with studying. They are busy studying. They're busy studying. ليست البنات مشغولات بالدراسة. They are not busy studying. First it was مشغولات, now it's مشغولات. ليست البنات. So you see ليس, it تتصرف, it changes from ليس to ليست وأنا لست. What does this mean? لست غضبان. لست غضبان. لست غضبان. What does that mean? لست غضبان. I'm not upset. لست غضبان. لست غضبان. No, I'm not upset. طيب, look at this one. هل يكون الطبيب موجودا بعد العصر? Before we look at the sentence, هل يكون الطبيب موجودا بعد العصر? Let's understand that the original sentence is الطبيب موجود. The doctor is present. هل يكون موجود? We know that about the asr is just what? That's just like extra. Like, yo, put that off. Put that off. We're not even looking at that till we finish this. هل يكون الطبيب موجودا? What, will the doctor be busy بعد العصر? Or it's not will, is he on a regular basis? Is the doctor present after asr? Like if you want it like present, like today, هل سيكون? That means like right now, is he going to be? But هل يكون, I mean normally, it's not future, but it's present, like normally. هل يكون الطبيب موجودا بعد? Is the doctor present after asr? I mean on a regular basis? But we want to understand that the origin of this sentence is what? الطبيب موجود. Now we're saying, is he constantly like that? هل يكون? كان, he was. يكون, he is. كان الطبيب موجودا. What does that mean? كان الطبيب موجودا. He was present. يكون الطبيب موجودا. He is present. No. Is he present after Asr? And we see after Asr just a lot. It's going to complete the sentence. We're not going to rush. طيب. يا بني كن أديبا عند الأستاذ. كن أديبا عند الأستاذ. Who can figure out what the origin of this is? كن أديبا عند الأستاذ. أنت أديبا. You have the good adab. Adib means one that is like a man who's tall, you call him tawil. A man who's big, you call him kabir. The one that has adab, you call him adib. That is a beautiful, beautiful name. Adib. Now, could you imagine? Just imagine that words have meanings, and you call your son every day, Ya Adib, Ya Adib, Ya Adib. What is he going to be thinking about every time you call him that name? It's such an honorable name. Ya Sharif, Sharif, Sharifa, Jamila, Jamila. It's a nice name. Keep coming on your son's name like that. Bam, bam. I mean, Adib, that's a beautiful name. Adib. Kun Adiban. What does that mean? Be on the best of matters عند الأستاذ. What does that mean, عند الأستاذ? With the teacher. Adib. What are we going to say about this? Is it فعل ماضي؟ فعل مضارع؟ هل أمر؟ هل اسم فاعل؟ هل اسم مفعول؟ هل صيغة مبالغة؟ هل هو صفة مشبهة؟ هل اسم تبدأ؟ صفة مشبهة. Good. صفة مشبهة. أديب. كن أديبا. So it makes it منصوبا. كن أديبا. Where is the مبتدأ? هو اسم ضمير مستتر أنت. كن أنت. You're with us. That's Arabic. That's Arabic. That's what Arabic is. Everything is coming clear. But there has to be an original sentence. Anta adib. Kun adiban. Be on the best of behavior. Adab. في هذا الزمان يصبح الرجل مؤمنا ويمسي كافرا من كثرة الفتن. في هذا الزمان, in this time. Okay, leave off yusbihu. We have ar-rajul mu'min. A man is a believer. A man is a believer. That's what we have. A man is a believer. But now we have yusbihu ar-rajul mu'min. He enters the morning, he's a believer. Yumsi kafir. And by the time the night comes, he's a kafir. Min kathrat al-fitna. From so much fitna. He entered in the morning, he has la ilaha illallah, sunset. By the night to come, he left Islam. He left Islam. This is from the hadith of the Masjid of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. في هذا الزمان يصبح الرجل مؤمنا ويمسي كافرا. Meaning يمسي الرجل كافرا. But we don't have to say, because يمسي means he. يمسي means he. Na'am. How are we doing online? Are y'all still there? How are we doing online? Look what you can do with the verbs. Look what you can do with it. You can do a lot. You can do a lot. Na'am. في هذا الزمان, that's jar majrur. We could put that later. You could say يصبح الرجل مؤمنا ويمسي كافرا في هذا الزمان كثرة الفتن. You can put it at the end. نعم. Or you could say من كثرة الفتن في هذا الزمان يصبح الرجل مؤمنا ويمسي كافرا. Are you with me? Huh? Don't just say yes. You understand that? So it doesn't rule in the dharf. We're not sweating it. We could put you before, we could put you behind, but we want to see the sentence. Mubtada, khabar, and we have kana wa akhwataha in front of it. You dissect the sentence. So Arabic is not a bunch of vocabulary words. No way. It's like an art. I'm gonna put the jar majrur here. Like, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna put the jar majrur here. I'm gonna put this behind it. I'm gonna put this over there. And you become believe. You're like, you're artists. And this is what gives you to understand. You can see where the sentence is. How we doing online? You have to become technicians. You're going to be sentence technicians. Just come in with your screwdriver and your wrench. Say scalpel. Scalpel. Just start dissecting it. Get the tools. Y'all with us online? Y'all still there? لن يزال التائب يتندم على ذنوبه. Okay. I want the mubtada wal khabar. يتندم. التائب, that's the mubtada. Where's the khabar? يتندم على ذنوبه. The ta'ib, the repentant, is regretful over his sins. يتندم is to be regretful. A ta'ib, the one who left the sin, يتندم على that's what made him make tawbah in the first place. Because he's regret over his sins. Now we have لن يزال التائب. What does ما زال mean? It's still. لن يزال, he will not cease to be in the future. He will not cease to be. Not that he's still in the future. لن يزال, he will not cease. The repentant will not cease to be regretful over his sin. But imagine he was regretful in his life. Everybody do that. Like you don't regret it? No, man, come on, I ain't sweating no sins. No, that's how you're gonna fall back to it. No, we understand what lan yazal means. Ma zal means it's still like that. Lan yazal means it will stay like that, will not cease to be like that. Are we doing online? Is this how many sentences? It says 22. That's how many we read? No, we didn't need no 22 sentences. Oh, from the beginning. Wow. Okay. That's the way we learn Arabic. How do you feel? What kind of akhawat to have? Is all right? 22 sentences is enough? All right, we're going to stop here, but look what you have. Okay, listen up. I want you to understand that يَتَنَدَّمُ عَلَى ذُنُوبِهِ is the khabar. التائب, the khabar could be a jumla fi'liya, right? And that's a jumla fi'liya. يَتَنَدَّمُ, that's it. Well, عَلَى ذُنُوبِهِ is jar majrur. But the whole thing is the khabar, okay? Now we have لَن يَزَالُ التَّائِب. The ta'ib, the repentant, will not cease to be regretful over his sins. Ta'ib. Now, when we study in Arabic and we're learning it for religious purposes, we need these kind of sentences to touch people's hearts. Tomorrow we're going to move on to this. I want y'all to read these sentences tomorrow, okay? I am going to give y'all a quiz tomorrow. I'm going to say Muhammadun Musafir. I'm going to say Kana. So you have to say Kana Muhammadun Maridan Musafiran. You got to make that. I'm going to say Al-Amilan Mashkulan. So you have to say Kana Al-Amilan Mashkulaini. That's Arabic now. You can't say Al-Amilan Kana Mashkulan. He's not speaking Arabic. It's not how it goes. Nah. So we're going to be tested on this. I'm going to say the sentence is going to be Muhammadin Musafirin. I'm going to say Kana. Asbaha. Laysa. You have to run the sentence. You have to run the sentence. No. But these meanings, when we go back to the top, it says Kana. Well, Asbaha. Kana means was. Asbaha became. Amsa became at night. Sara eventually became. Laysa is negation. Dhalla spent the day like that. Mazala, it didn't cease. The mudar is lan yazalu, it won't cease. It didn't cease, it won't cease. How are we doing online? Today is an important day. But you see how, oh man, tomorrow's Thursday. Y'all always do this to me. All right. Inshallah. Okay. Tayyib, I got y'all. Tayyib. You see, when you study Arabic, ya ikhwan, I had to be step by step by step. There's no rush. Step by step. Because you're actually building and strengthening, building and strengthening, building and strengthening, building and strengthening. You just can't throw somebody under the bus first class, throwing Mudarat or Kana. He's like, I don't even understand what's going on. Could you imagine giving them Kana Akhwata at the beginning of it's just too much. You could translate it for him, but he's not gonna be able to use it the way that, not gonna be able to use it. And that's what we have to be able to use, everything that we learn. So today is a major step, major step. We thank Allah, we ask Allah to put barakah in our efforts. We're going to stop here. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Oh wow, we went, oh what? Oh no. I can't judge by this time because I started and then it's wa alaikum salam. La ilaha illallah. Yeah, I'm going to start. I got to start writing book 3. I'm not going to put any no stories. We don't need stories. Because look at how we do kind of akhwat. It's just sentences. I don't have no story for it. Right? So if I could do